It has been widely understood for the past few months that if you work in retail and someone comes in to steal from your store and you dare stop them, you are going to be fired for it. Even if they steal from you and you record them doing it and you make sure to get their license plate on the way out, you can still be fired for it. Even if you stop somebody who holds a gun to your own face and your fellow co-workers' faces and you stop them, not only will you be fired, but you will also be sued for that.
Harris says he got a call.
They terminated me.
He and his attorneys want to know what policy he violated.
They didn't create the dangerous scenario. They just did what they're supposed to do in that scenario. It happens fast. There's no way that an individual can be faced with danger, this attempted potential death of themselves or another, and then once they've been hit and downed, that they cannot defend themselves.
I loved that job. I was hurt, especially because I tried to do my best for everybody else. I tried to be the best person I could to help everybody.
But today we've reached yet again another example as to why a lot of scenarios are self-inflicted by a bunch of people who run these buildings that don't want to do anything about it, which will lead to more and more examples of it happening until all these stores pick up shop and go somewhere else. And then we got a bunch of people saying, this is not fair. My low-income community needs this store. But literally nobody's doing anything to stop it. And what makes it worse is that this guy made sure to go through all the proper channels and report this and not really engage up until it got to the point of fucking assault.
Took a swing, like a punch at her.
That's what Pat Guider says he saw inside the BigLots store that he used to manage at Irondequoit. And that's why he followed the shoplifter out of the store.
I let people who shoplift leave the store every day. Every day. We just put it in the system that they ask us to do. This was an assault. This wasn't shoplifting. This was an assault.
Despite 20 years with the company and a positive review in March, the company did not see it the way Guider did. And 2 weeks after the incident, Guider says he was called to his district manager's office and fired.
Do you think you did the right thing?
I think I did the right and just thing. The right and just thing.
This is not the first retail store manager fired over a shoplifting incident. It's not even the first BigLots manager fired over shoplifting. Just Google it and you'll find the story of the manager at the store in California.
I tried to call BigLots, but there is no phone number to reach the CEO or the communications chief. I emailed the company on Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, and again Friday morning. I asked, why was Pat Guider fired? What is the company policy? Is following a shoplifter a fireable offense? And what training do managers get for shoplifters? The company has not replied. But this poster in the BigLots lunchroom says, never leave the store to pursue, detain, or identify a customer.
So I did not put myself in jeopardy. I did not put any shoppers in jeopardy.
I went with Guider back to his old store. He said he and police found the shopping cart in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, but lost the shoplifter. Police say the assistant manager declined medical care. Now Guider and his wife are trying to figure out how to get health insurance. They still have 2 boys in college, and at 62, Guider's not sure how easy it will be to find another job.
The good thing is we have a huge faith in God, huge faith in God, and everything will work out. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult.
So here's the poster in the lunchroom at the BigLots warning them, don't follow shoplifters, don't do anything about shoplifters. One of the things that got Pat into this situation is that he actually followed some of the company rules. He reported what happened and what he did to the office that deals with theft, and 2 weeks later, he was gone.
How can we reach a point, and what solution could we garner that leads to nobody robbing stores, nobody having to file reports about people robbing stores, and nobody getting fired for defending not only themselves, but the store and fellow coworkers and also shoppers who are just trying to get things in the store? I stop myself from using phrases like this, but this is complete clown world shit, because how are we going to punish somebody doing the right things and not not the motherfuckers who apparently routinely do the wrong things. It's so bad that you have cops just going through the process and going through the motions of trying to chase somebody in flip-flops, and nobody's bothering to do anything, at least on the employee worker side.
Found out just before they came out that these asset protection had seen them in there a week before stealing computers, but they didn't call the police because their policy said don't call unless you know who the suspects are. So that's an unreported criminal grand larceny. So anyways, they come out. The bad guy and me are standing off. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. We got this standoff going on. We're going left or right. I'm ready for the foot chase. I look down, Jen, and he's wearing flip-flops. Guys, he's committing a grand larceny twice in a week. He's committing a grand larceny at the store, and he doesn't care. He honestly doesn't care about our system. This is a joke to him. He doesn't plan on running. He's wearing flip-flops to a grand larceny. That's an indicator of the problem we have. We'd found out just before they came out that
I am getting sick of this. I truly hate seeing this over and 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 over again, because no solution seems to be worth a damn for anybody. You have employees that think what they're doing is the right thing, but then their higher up say, you gotta go because you've created this environment that's a little bit toxic and it's a little bit not safe for you to be around here, and you're the problem, and sometimes we're gonna sue you for it, and we won't actually solve the problem whatsoever. You're not going to have a further police enforcement around because that costs money. You're not going to allow people to record this so that the police can ID somebody and go arrest them because I guess you couldn't be bothered and have a damn for it. You're going to allow people to be assaulted in your store because fuck it, I guess they didn't want to have a coupon off Groupon to make that shit worth a damn. But fuck, there's something that needs to be done here. And at this point, I don't know what, because if somebody's getting fired for stopping assault, then it's just open season in the dumbest fucking way possible. There is no saving grace here to the point up until, like I said, these stores look at cost, look at finances and say, let's go into areas where we don't see this much theft, and maybe we'll be able to turn a better profit come next quarter. And fuck, they go with it because a lot of people in the community don't care. It's clear the companies don't really have that much of a through line to care about this shit. So at this point, pack this shit up and move somewhere where you don't have to get robbed 24/7. Because if it becomes formulaic, then it's a problem.
POV. Porch Pirate stole our delivery as FedEx dropped it on our porch in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh. He just took your package. I sat down and I thought I heard a movement.
And if you're going to have to spend all this money to build something here, but then you got to realize you got to move, what's the point at this point? There's no real solution here because I guess every time somebody does or comes up with one, it's seemingly getting somebody fired. And I don't want people to lose their jobs because fuck, this economy is based around motherfuckers just operating and hoping they can make ends meet. Because I can't sit here and honestly keep talking about shit like this because it gets weirder and fucking weirder how the people who do the right thing get punished and the motherfuckers with garbage bags full of shit seemingly just come right back the next day. But let me know, am I crazy? Should he have been fired? Fuck no, he shouldn't have been fucking fired. What am I talking about? We are all, as much as we all don't like each other, as much as we all like to disagree, as much as we all want to come up with random arguments to complain to each other about, we can all agree here that once it reaches a point of someone being assaulted and you step in, why in the fuck are you even being fired? You're a hero in the eyes of everybody that's not gonna come up with some weird company policy that excuses motherfuckers for stealing shit. And if you just so happen to be the random individual that's going to sit there and make an excuse for robbing a store, like for example, they have millions of billions of dollars, they can afford to lose all of this. Or if you come up with that age-old excuse about, oh well, you shouldn't be causing harm to somebody who comes in and causes harm to others on top of stealing, can I come fucking rob you because you got something I want? And if the answer is yes, open them pockets. If the answer is no, fuck you. See you bye. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Mwah.